you get up on that tractor.
What y'all?
Just leave it right back for that.
Get in the pickup. Oh, not good.
I was over here one day and he raised hell about me. I said, he didn't. Yeah, but he ain't one that he did, yeah. Oh, Lord.
Ain't nobody worth a damn but him. Yeah, yeah.
Family. I don't get involved with family problems. I did one thing.
Too. It's time for the Timeless Roofing Friday morning sports drive live from Punk's PB and Jam. The Timeless Roofing Friday morning sports drive live from Punk's PB and Jam is sponsored by Allen Harmon Trucking, Amick Farms, Angie Fomarita for Coroner, Bailey & Son Music Company, Berry Insurance Agency, Bobby K. Roof Builders, Brown's Auto Detail, Cal Forest for the House, Carolina Health Centers, Carolina Concrete, CB Forest & Son, CIA Towing, CM Tree Service, Cones Meats, Cromer Trucking, Crouch Hardware and Farm Supply, Dr. Ralph and Riley MD, Economy Furniture, Edward Heating and Cooling, Farm Bureau, H&R Block, JRA Exterminating Company, Kelly White State Farm Insurance, Lake Murray Properties, Love's Handyman Service, Saluda Livestock Market, Mason Haney Plumbing, Mid-Carolina Electric Cooperative, Minnick Saluda Body Shop, Miggs of Saluda, Molly Mitchell Spearman and Family, Motor Coach Paint and Body Car Sales, Newberry Hospital, Patchwork Farm, Persimmon Hill Country Club, Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing, Punk's PB and Jam, Ralph Sheila Kennedy Law Office, Ramey Funeral Home, Saluda Law, Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, Saluda Stockyard, Saluda Water and Sewer Authority, Senator Billy Garrett, South State Bank, Sylvan Farms, the Charlie Foundation, the Jane Autry Insurance Company, the Law Office of Nancy T. Jordan, the South Carolina Education Lottery, the Town of Saluda, Timeless Roofing, SC.com, Viva Broadband, Wiz's 2.0 of Batesburg, Leesville, World Finance, and Westview Behavioral Health. Thank you for joining us here on another Timeless Roofing Friday morning sports drive live from Punk's PB and Jam. And we're glad that you're joining us here on another Timeless Roofing SC.com Friday morning sports drive live from Punk's PB and Jam. We're glad that you're with us on this Football Friday. A great football game coming up tonight as we take on the Batesburg-Leesville Panthers. A battle of the undefeated. Hard to believe it's been this many years since we have faced off like this. I think 1973 was the last time we faced them undefeated. And it's senior night here at Bettis Hurlong. And we're so glad you joined us here, here with Punk and Ms. Gwen. They are cooking up a great breakfast. Smelling good back there in the kitchen this morning, fellas.
I had mine already, and matter of fact, I just made a comment to Brandon how good my breakfast was.
Yes.
Best breakfast in Saluda. So come
right
on out and get you some breakfast. It was absolutely fabuloso.
It was. Jeffrey actually came in second place this morning.
Get your mic closer to you.
I already had mine before he got here. So
there you go. All right.
Now, Burton, help me with this. In '73, was Batesburg also undefeated? Or
I don't know that.
See, I would like to know if Saluda and Batesburg's ever played
Both undefeated?
Undefeated. That would be something I'd like to know. Stewart may know. Ralph Shealy may know.
Yeah.
But that is it's something that doesn't happen often. And, man, I'm going to tell you what, it's getting electric around here. Everybody's talking about this game, so it's going to be exciting.
Big game tonight. We hope to see you there at Bettis-Hurlong, and hope you'll stay with us throughout the program. Right now, we're going to go to Willie's Winners. He's going to pick all the Lakeland's favorites tonight, and let's go to him right now.
Good afternoon, sports junkies. It's finally getting to that nice, cool evening for football. Oh, wait. The weather is changing. There's all that pullover. Oh, wait, never mind. Put it back on. We all know how the weather is in South Carolina. Well, there were some good games last week. The Saluda beating rival Strong Thurman. Greenwood shutting out easily. Abbeville blowing past Dixon. I went 6-3 on the week. Every goat has a bad day. Just ask Spurrier. I'm now 45-10 on the year. That's 82% win percentage. Dallas Cowboys haven't been that good in almost 40 years. Now this week's Wheelie's Lakeland's top 10. Number 10, Traveling Falls. Number 9, McCormick. Number 8, Dixon. Number 7, Shoulder. Number 6, 96. Number 5, Emerald. Number 4, Greenwood Christian. Number 3, Greenwood. Number 2, Abbeville. Number 1, Saluda. Now this week's games. Greenwood Christian at Spartanburg Christian. The Hawks go flying up to Spartanburg County looking to increase their air superiority. They come upon some not-so-friendly warriors looking for a new hairdress for the feathers. Willie's winner, Greenwood Christian. 96 extra on Thurman. After not showing up last week to play Saluda, will the Rebels show up to skin these cats? These felines will put up a fight. Willie's winner, John Thurman. Where shows at Abbeville. After putting up 70 against Calvin Falls last week, will the Purple Hornets be able to this week? Let me think on it. Not no, but heck no. Willie's winner, A-Town. Lawrence at Lincoln. After a thriller over the Fury, still trying to figure out what that is, in OT, do the Vikings have enough for them to get by these Raiders? I see this one going to be a close game. Willie's winner, Emerald. Greenwood at Hillcrest. The Eagles are flying high at the moment and looking to keep high in the air. They come amongst some nasty Rams who don't take kind to intruders. This will be a long, fought-out fight. Willie's winner, Greenwood. High school game of the week. Batesburg Leesville at Saluda. It's number 1 Panthers against number 2 Tigers in 2A and tied for first in the region. Both undefeated on the year. Talk about a cat fight. Son, let me tell you, we ain't seen one in years. Willie's winner, Saluda. Louisville at Clemson. The Cardinals fly into Frank Howard Field looking to build their new nesting home. But these kitties will not be so acceptable to the Birds' way of doing it. Dabo unleashes the big cats onto the Cardinals. Willie's winner, Clemson. Texas A&M at South Carolina. The Aggies coming off an impressive win against LSU last week, coming to the cockpit looking to continue their winning way. For these Chicken Littles will have these towels waving and Bryce swinging into 2001. The Dogs will not be fazed by that. They will play with these chickies like a dog does with a toy chicken. Willie's winner, Texas A&M. Ohio State at Penn State. The Nittany Lions welcome in the Buckeyes of Ohio State to University Park for a Big Ten showdown. These Lions will blanket these Buckeyes in all white. Willie's winner, Penn State. Well, that's this week's games. As always, get out there, support your team, the cheerleaders, the band, and the concession stands. Get me on out of here, Benji.
And that's Willie's Winners and Willie's Knows. And this is sponsored by Palmetto Peanuts. You can find them all throughout the Lakelands at your favorite grocery store. You know, today's program is sponsored by Allen Harmon Trucking. We treat your load and our drivers like family. Wake up in your big rig office, then be at home at night to kiss your wife and children good night. Call today for more information. Allen Harmon Trucking, 864-445-7249. Go Tigers. we all need to count on our job. Count on our jobs as whatever we're doing. And Amick Farms helps us with a career. You can count on Amick for a great career, great starting pay. Apply today. Amick Farms / join our team. Count on Amick Farms. And today we are also sponsored by Bailey & Son Music Company. And they can help you with your residential or commercial. So call them today, 866-532-2604. They'll offer 24-hour service, pool tables, jukeboxes, video games, and more. Bailey & Son Music Company. And also we're sponsored by Berry Insurance Group out of Batesburg, Leesville. They can help you with your auto, home life, and more. Trusted agency that you can get in contact with. Call Will Berry today, 803-307-0030, or visit his website, berryingroup.com. And are you looking for a new appliance? Why buy a new appliance when you can buy refurbished? That's right. Those refurbished appliances are just as good as new. So call Bobby K. Roof Builders, 864-445-2317, and talk to all the folks down there. They will help you with your mobile supply, floor coverings, and refurbished appliance right there at 300 Denny Highway at the four-way stop in Saluda. And also today we are sponsored by Brown's Auto Detail. Now listen, if you want a good car clean, like brand new, talk to Antonio Brown. He is right there in Greenwood. He will even come to you, 864-276-7303. And we're back here with you on your Timeless Roofing SC.com Friday morning sports drive. And we're glad to be back here and hope that you'll come out for breakfast. They're open till 9:30 serving breakfast, and then they'll be switching over to lunch at 11 o'clock. And I know they got a great lunch lineup for you as well. Fried cube steak today. Sounds good. Now, we're back with Jeffrey and Brandon, and we are going to be picking the games of the week now. And you can go to Saluda now and pick the games of the week yourself. And, of course, this week's games is South Carolina and Texas A&M and Louisville and Clemson. But before we pick those games, we're going to pick the top 10 games of the week, which is also on Saluda now. We don't have a pick'em contest on them, but we do have on the other two because we know that we have two games of the week, unlike last week when we didn't have any games. So we had the top 10 lineup. But we've got the top 10 lineup today, and we're going to pick the top 10 games of the week. Okay, fellas, the first game is Air Force at Army. And, of course, Air Force is favored by 22, Brandon.
Yeah, I was going to lean Air Force with that one. Even though it's at Army, this ought to be a good rival game, but I'm going Air Force.
I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to take Army.
Okay.
It's always good to we'll split, and either way, one of the service academies wins, so that's a good thing. So I'm going Army.
Good game there lined up. And then here's another big game on the docket. Duke at Miami, and Duke is Duke favored or Miami?
No, Miami's favored 20.5.
I'm sorry, I'm not reading that thing right. I told you wrong, Brandon. Army's favored by 22. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to go with Miami on this one. Even though it is a home game for Miami, Duke coming into town, which I think Duke's going to give them a good game, but I think Miami pulls it out at the end.
Okay.
Big time.
Traditionally Miami will stumble at some point in time. I think that's coming, but I just don't think it's going to be this week. I think they got a little too much for Duke, so I'll take Miami also.
Okay. I tell you what, I'm really interested in this one. Ole Miss at Arkansas, and Ole Miss is favored by 7, Brandon.
I think this will be a good game. I
Yeah.
think this will be a game won at the line of scrimmage. But I'm gonna lean toward Arkansas.
Okay.
You know, I think Ole Miss, their offense to me is good. I think they'll make a few more plays in Arkansas. It's a tight game. It's going to be a tight game, but I'm going to take Ole Miss.
I'm going to lean with Brandon on that one because they're going to be at Arkansas, and that's going to be you think tonight's going to be good. That's going to be a good environment tonight, just like tonight is.
Oh, absolutely. That'll be an exciting game, yeah.
Okay, Ohio State at Penn State. Boy, this is a close one. 3.5 points, Brandon.
Yeah,
For Ohio State Buckeyes.
you know they say defense wins you games and championships, but these two teams here, their offense can overcome what most defenses throw at them. Both teams' offense can handle the defense, so it ought to be a good chess match with that. But I'm going to lean toward Penn State on this one.
Yeah, and I'm going to split him. I think until somebody unseats Ohio State in that northern area, they're still the team to beat. I'm going to go with Ohio State. Are they ranked number 1? No, Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, I'm going with Ohio State.
They're in the top 5, though, I think. Penn State, I'm going to lean with them. I'm not too sure if this is a night game. I think it is. And anyway, being at Penn State is crazy. It's going to be loud up there, and I think Penn State's going to have the edge on them.
And they do that whiteout that they do sometimes. That's one of the coolest things to see. Where everything's it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but sometimes that backfires on you too.
It still looks good.
Florida versus Georgia cocktail party. 16 points.
Georgia proved themselves to me the other week when they came back after a loss and put it on Texas the way they did. I think Georgia walks through this one pretty easily.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Billy Napier's seat stays warm down in Florida, and he always seems to win a game to save his job.
Oh.
I don't think it's this one.
You set us up.
I set you up, but I'm telling you, Georgia to me is they're good. They're deep. They do so many different things: run the ball, throw the ball, play really good defense. So yeah, I think Georgia's got a little too much for them.
Georgia by 30. They're going to shut the offense down from Billy Napier, and he's going to warm up the U-Haul because he's fixing to get toasted if he don't win this game down there. And by the way, this is the last game will be in Jacksonville. Next year it will be at Raymond James Stadium where Tampa Bay plays. Are they still the Buccaneers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the next year it will be moved to Atlanta.
How would you like to have that on your job, knowing you had to beat Georgia to keep employed?
Kirby Smart actually wanted this game moved to home and home because it would be a great, momentum builder and revenue builder for the home teams. 1 year at Georgia, 1 year at Florida. But somebody got involved with it. I don't know exactly who the sponsor is for 26, but said both of you get $5 million if you play at the Georgia Dome. So I'm thinking it's Chick-fil-A. So
that's a good
off
payday.
the top. That don't even include the gate.
Yeah, that's a good payday.
Guess what? Money wins again. So that's a pretty historical thing because everybody's trying to get these tickets because it's the last cocktail party in Jacksonville. And I hate to see that because I've always grown up with it being in Jacksonville, which it's wild down there. So you better be careful if you're not a Georgia, Florida fan going in that bunch. All right, Oregon at Michigan. And looks like Michigan is favored by 14.5, Brandon. No, I mean Oregon. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything from Michigan. They're a good team, but I think Oregon's offense is going to it's going to wear them out toward the end. I'm going Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Brandon. I was looking at this game. I said this might be a trap game for Oregon. Just got to be number one. But I believe that their offense is just. They had a little special on them the other day, talking about how they played and how they really hadn't had a letdown and how they've been performing. So I think Oregon's real, and I think they're more than covered the spread.
All right. Indiana at Michigan State. And a lot of people have been talking about Indiana, Brandon.
Yeah, they have, and I'm not taking anything away from them, but I think Michigan State will play more hard-nosed football than Indiana. I'm going Michigan State.
Okay.
When has Indiana been favored at Michigan State? I mean, at on the road, favored by more than a touchdown.
Yeah. Ain't they a basketball school?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't, like I said last week, I didn't know they had a football team.
Yeah, if they were going to play a game of horse at halftime, I'd go Indiana.
Yeah, just like Duke and Vanderbilt. They're just basketball schools.
Exactly. But I'm going to go with Indiana. And they've been playing really well. Pretty solid football team, very fundamentally sound. They're capable of making big plays, so I'm going to go with Indiana.
And the football coach there is a Nick Saban graduate, and he is he grew up but he coached under Nick Saban, and people have been drawing a little analogies between him and Saban. Maybe Alabama got the wrong man, and they fixing to make a little chess move there. And, I don't know. But, Kurt, how do you say his last name? Cogniti? Anyway, he's really making some moves there. And
well, he's winning at Indiana.
Yeah, he's winning.
If that
yeah.
I mean, he came from James Madison, okay?
Yeah.
And I think you had it right the first time. If you coach under Saban, you grow up under Saban.
Yeah. So I think he might be the next one at Alabama. I know he's not going to be staying in Indiana.
When you come out of that Saban coaching tree, then, people look at you a little bit different. But, I can imagine him going into an interview at Alabama, sitting down, and they say, hey, can you tell us about yourself? I win football games in Indiana.
Yeah.
You're hired. I think that's it. That's all he has to say. So, yeah.
When you go into an interview and you don't have to say much, that means you got the job.
Oh, yeah.
Your record speaks for itself. And, I look for this to be another signature win of his at Indiana and upset. Michigan State, they're the Wolverines?
No, that's Michigan.
Oh, Michigan's.
Yep.
Michigan State is
These are the Spartans.
Spartans, beat the Spartans in that one. That'll be a good one. We're gonna skip over Louisville and Clemson and Texas A&M, South Carolina. We're gonna come back to them after we pick these last three. Wisconsin. Here's a very good game, and it's at Iowa. Ain't this where the children interact with the?
With the children's
from the Shriners
hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get to look out the window and see the game, and I think that's pretty cool when they do that. So,
what's the weather in Iowa?
Shoot,
While y'all think about that, let me see. Brandon, what you think?
This ought to be a close one. Wisconsin has played good ball all year along with Iowa, but I'm gonna go with Wisconsin on this one.
Okay.
I'm going to go the opposite again, and I'm going to go with Iowa. I just think that being at home, I think it's going to give them a little bit of an edge. I do think the game will be close, but I am going to take Iowa in a close one.
And just to show you how global warming is working, it's 60 degrees in Iowa.
There you go.
Really?
So usually, I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be some snow involved, but their Monday is 69. I mean,
wow.
Come on. This is usually freezing weather. Everybody's got coats on. 1st of November, we already thinking about Thanksgiving, and here we are wearing shorts tonight to the game. I mean,
exactly. I've sat in many Saluda Batesburg games at the end of the season. It just froze your tail off.
Yeah.
I mean, just sitting there
it's
worried
crazy.
about, hand warmers and extra socks and
Not that I believe in global warming. I'm being sarcastic about that before y'all start lighting the board up. Come on.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough game. I don't know who to pick in that one. That's a toss-up to me. I don't know.
You got to pick somebody.
I
I don't want you beating me
will
on.
because they're at home.
There we go. All right.
I favor the homers. Okay, another one. Whew. And I don't know about this one either, even though the odds is crazy. Kentucky at Tennessee. By the way, did y'all see where Tennessee tore the goalpost down?
No.
Again. Yes. Yeah. Again, they tore the goalpost down.
They put them in the river again, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the fine for that now? Ain't it $1 million or something?
It could be, but I think the University of Tennessee is good for it. So,
One time I thought it was something crazy like $500,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
something like that.
That's an insane amount of money.
And I think they're worried about if they had another goalpost because they're supposed to play this game at Tennessee,
Yeah. So, yeah, they might need to, somebody needs to come up with that. Kind of like, Clemson's will break down.
Yeah.
Doesn't that?
Oh, yeah, it automatically comes down.
Yeah, and I
that
think,
was following what game? Georgia game?
I think so,
Yeah.
So they need to work on that and maybe somebody get that taken care of.
I think the biggest thing, they didn't want nobody to get hurt at Clemson.
Yeah. Because, when those things come down or pop or break, I mean, everybody's on the end of that pole that whips,
Yeah.
Yeah, you one whip away from being not with us anymore.
Or your back going out.
Yeah. Did you pick yet?
No.
Kentucky, that's one of those teams that will be in your back pocket in the fourth quarter. Ask Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah.
I mean, that's Georgia beat them by, what, 1 or 2 points?
1.
1 point earlier in the year.
Yeah.
It's at Tennessee.
13-12 was the score.
Yeah. Since it's at Tennessee,
Baseball.
I'm going to go Tennessee at Tennessee. But if it was at Kentucky, I might go the other way. But I'm going Tennessee.
What scares me is when Kentucky stays in the game, it's a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
Tennessee, I'm afraid, can put up points.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to hurt Kentucky. But it's Tennessee, so I am absolutely 100% going to pick Kentucky in an upset.
Yeah. I'm going to do the same way. Also, no way they'll cover no 45.5 points. I don't know a lot about, that's what they're saying is going to be scored in that game. And I'm not no betting man, but I know right now ain't no 45 points going to be scored in this game.
Well,
it's pretty well going to be a defensive battle. Kentucky comes out on top at Tennessee, knocks them off their cart. They're digging that goalpost up wherever it's at and putting it back on the field. All right, Pittsburgh at SMU. This will be a good game as well. 58 points. Woo, I don't know about that either, but I guess they don't think they got no defense. 7 points. Now, that's for Pittsburgh, right? I mean, SMU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon?
Yeah,
Touchdown.
SMU is, back to playing good ball again, but Pitt's been on fire here lately, so I'm going to go Pitt.
And again, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going with SMU.
Yeah.
It's at home. They're already a favorite. I think being at home is a difference. And, Pittsburgh to Texas is a good little trip. That road weary might be on them, so I'm going to go with SMU.
Yeah. This is a coin toss game because I think you get 7 points just for being at home. So, I don't know. It's going to be a close one, but I think the horses are going to come out and win for SMU without any illegal players. And by the way, speaking of illegal players, we had this on Saluda Now. But before we do that, we're going to come back after commercial break. We got to go to a commercial here. Got to pay some of our sponsors.
Let's pay them bills.
Amen. All right. Listen,
You know, we didn't.
Let's vote Cal Forest for the House. You know, election is coming up this coming Tuesday, but he wants you to go on ahead and vote today. You got today and tomorrow to early vote. He recommends that you go ahead and vote now and vote Cal Forest for the House. Election day is Tuesday, November the 5th. And Carolina Health Centers, you know, when you need help, you need a great representative behind you, a great doctor. And that's what Carolina Health does for us. It provides us the health care we need. So go to Carolina Health. They're right there across from Mix, and they do a great job. Got some great doctors and physician assistants over there. They will help you, and right there at 219 Greenwood Highway in Saluda. They're right here at home. Your medical team is right there for you at Carolina Health Centers. And we're also sponsored this morning by Carolina Concrete. Did you know that you can get your concrete delivered to you right here from Saluda? That's right. They're right out there on the Ridge Spring Highway. Call them 864-833-0572. They've got masonry construction products, concrete construction. They'll deliver right to your site. They'll do the whole thing for you right there from Saluda on the Ridge Spring Highway at Carolina Concrete. And we're also sponsored by CB Forrest & Son right there on the Courthouse Square. In fact, we was just there for the trunk or treat last night at the corner of Church and Main. Listen, you need to get stylish looking. So go down to CB Forrest & Son. They've got the latest trends and the greatest at a great price. And it's quality clothing. It's not some of this stuff that you get home and all the buttons start falling off. It is quality product, and they stand behind what they sell at CB Forrest & Son. And also we're sponsored by CIA Towing. They can come to you 24 hours a day. When you get in a ditch, call CIA. They'll give you a hitch. 803-669-2676. Listen, Dylan Polson and his staff will come to you wherever you're at. They not only have, just cars, they've got heavy-duty towing as well. So if you got a transfer trailer truck in the ditch, call them. They even get them out of the lake. That's how good they are. CIA Towing, 24-hour roadside assistant. Dylan, a former Saluda Tiger himself, sponsors Saluda now and says, "Go Tigers." And we're sponsored by CM Tree Service. Call Cody or Martin Berry, 864-377-7898 or 864-980-0153. They'll give you free estimates. They're insured for tree removal and pruning is CM Tree Service. Like us on Facebook. Before and after, you'll see the difference. And we're also sponsored by Cones Meats. And we appreciate Cones Meats for sponsoring us every Football Friday. And this week's special for Cones Meats, let me get it up here for you. Cones Meats special this week is a freezer special for $50. My goodness. They're giving this food away. I don't see how Brandon and them do it, but they do a good job down there at Cones Meats. So go and check them out there right now there in Ridge Spring. I tell you what, it's the freshest meat, great tasting meat. Not like some of this fly-by-night stuff. You'll see these people coming around, set them out of a truck. This is quality stuff, folks. Highway 23 in Ridge Spring. The special this week, 5 pounds of ground beef, 2 pounds of boneless breaded wings, 5 pounds of crinkle cut fries, 5 pounds of fresh chicken dinners. You got your whole family fed right there for football Saturday for $50. Where can you do it? You can do it right there at Combs Meats. Since 1938, they've provided quality meats to the Ridge Spring area, hash, liver pudding, and country sausage made right there in the store weekly. Meats are cut up right in front of you. Compare their prices. You'll find you'll always save money at Combs Meats. And, of course, we're sponsored by Cromer Trucking. They can help you with your transportation and bulk bagging operations. Also, you can get river rock and different mulch, more at cromertrucking.com. Visit their website. They'll show you there what all they offer you. We're back here with you on another Timeless Roofing Friday Morning Sports Drive as we're previewing tonight's game as Saluda Tigers are about to take on the Batesburg-Leesville Panthers. We got 2 more games to pick, fellas. First, we're going to pick Clemson. Clemson and Louisville, and I think that Clemson is favored by 16 in this matchup.
No, it's not 16. Isn't it 10.5?
Oh, 10.5. Okay, I'm sorry. I looked wrong.
Is that right?
Yep. That's
All right,
what I'm saying.
Brandon?
Yeah, it's at Clemson, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
Louisville playing decent ball, but I'm my blood runneth a little orange, so I'm gonna go with Clemson all the way.
Okay.
You know, it's one of these games that you can get kind of caught up in. To me, I think Clemson needs to start fast. They hadn't been doing much in the first quarter, last little bit, and then coming on in the second. I don't know that trend is going to be able to keep producing successful results. I think they need to start quick. But I do think they're going to take care of Louisville off a bye week. They've had time to get healthy, time to have a good game plan, time to sharpen up on some of the things they probably need to work on. So I'm going to take Clemson in that one.
All right. Good matchup. And listen, go to our post on Saluda Now. Pick the winner of the Clemson-Louisville game. You get the right score. You win $50 from TimelessRoofingSC.com. Now, the next game is South Carolina, Texas A&M. And Texas A&M is favored by 3.5, Brandon.
Yeah, these two teams here have been tested this year. Carolina, I have no doubt, can play with Texas A&M for 3 quarters. It's just the 4th quarter I'm worried about.
Yeah.
So I think Texas A&M plays 4 quarters instead of 3, and they pull it out.
The thing about Carolina, and I want Carolina to win. My wife's a Carolina fan. Half of her family is Carolina fans. So I really want them to win. It makes things around the house a lot easier. But every time I pick them, they lose. So I don't know if I'm the kiss of death or what. But I think
Like Lee Corso.
Yeah, kind of like if Corso puts the headgear on, you're done. Carolina's defense to me is really good. I wish the offense would play a little bit better. I think that's where they're going to have a problem with Texas A&M. As I don't think they'll be able to put up enough points, and defense can't score 3 times every week. So I'm actually going to take Texas A&M in this one.
All right. And I think South Carolina will win that because they're at home, and it's going to be a good atmosphere there at William Bryce. A nighttime game, too. Ain't it amazing? Both of them is going to be playing at 7:30. So you have to ask your wife, now, honey, we've got to have 2 TVs set up in the living room. We can't just have one, we got to have them side by side here so we can watch both games,
Yeah, that flipping back and forth will mess you up a lot. You miss out on some stuff, so you need to be – you got to have 2 TVs.
Yeah.
Hey, they're starting the Black Friday sales now early, so you can go and get you 2. You can put 2 big ones right side by side.
And speaking of Black Friday, it's a Black Friday for Marlboro County, ain't it?
It is. It is, bless their heart.
Ineligible in the postseason. They have made an appeal, though. I put that on Saluda Now. They wrote an appeal, but they're accused of